here today because we're going to give us some boogie boards for cancer patients to use. The boogie boards are like a little bit of a board or black whiteboard, so that if you're being asked a question, you can put your answer down, push a little button and the answer goes, and then you can do it all again.
Head and neck cancer is cancer that begins from the territory begins from the lips and comes up to the upper part of your windpipe. One of the operations we do is called a laryngectomy, which involves taking out the whole of the voice box. For 10 days, patients can't talk whilst you're on the ward because we rebuild the food passage.
You go in one day and you can talk. The very next day you come out of your operation and you can't talk. It's frightening.
So then there's a problem because if they're in pain or they want to use the toilet, they can't communicate with the nursing staff.
All of a sudden, your communication is completely taken away from you.
You do tend to panic too if you can't communicate.
Sometimes we used to give them pre-written sentences, paper, so they could point out and say, this is what I want. But this will be so much better because they can write and be more specific about their needs.
And hopefully the boogie boards will help them communicate with both the nurses and the consultants, and more importantly communicate with their family. Mr. Nagam, I hope these are useful, and the Swallows are very, very pleased to present them to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This will be brilliant for our patients. Thank you very much to Swallows, and this will allow them to communicate better with the nursing staff for their problems and requirements. So thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Morning Norman, how are you feeling today?
Many of our patients may have a period of time when they don't actually have a voice. So they can mouth and the nurses and staff can try and lip read, but there is actually no voice. And so having something that you can actually write your message down on that's quick and simple makes a massive difference to them.
Have you slept well? Lovely. You know, and this will be really good because if they need painkillers, they can write down, I'm in pain, can I have some painkillers? They might be worried about something, so I think it'll be reassuring for the patients. I'm just doing the medication round. Would you like any painkillers? Good.
So this looks great. You know, quick glance, looks a bit like an iPad. You know,
for younger patients especially, it will be.
It's modern.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's simple. Looks fab. Much better than having, you know, some of the patients end up with thousands of bits of paper, scraps, trying to find their message. No faffing with that.
Who's your favourite nurse?
If anyone does lose their voice, I hope they are really, really useful, and there's 6 of them there for the ward.
Lovely, thank you very much. Thank you.
This is the first time we've actually had a chance to do something where we can be positive. I'd rather not just handing over a cheque, which we want to help make a difference with the Swallows.
One of our members, in fact, had an operation on his mouth, and we know from first-hand experience that he couldn't communicate, and he was given a piece of paper and a pen to write on, and this isn't good enough.
We're opening stores up and down the country now, and I think it's only right with our values that we should actually do something as part of the community and put something positive back into the community.
These will be a great assistance with the communication, so not just with visitors, but also with nurses, and I think would also make the patient feel a lot more relaxed and more self-confident.
The NHS is very good for essential equipment, but when it comes to quality issues, I'm afraid we're just not good enough for that. So this is excellent that this is an add-on supplied by Swallows, which can allow our patients to be looked after much better.
If I'd have paid to go private, I couldn't have got better service from Blackpool Hospital. Absolutely phenomenal. But unfortunately, the little things they can't spend the money on, because it's more important to spend it on the operation and the recovery time.
Swallows is very useful. They've started recently. They're very good disseminating information, publishing things. So they have been very, very useful for us.
So rightly or wrongly, us as a charity then will come out and help and support it, and that's what we're there for. And I have no issues with trying to help and support both the NHS and our fellow patients in this way.